You've just selected your new frames, and now it's time to choose the lenses. And a lot of the time that can feel like an afterthought, but if you think about it, you're going to be seeing through those lenses for the next 2 years at least. So it's actually a really big decision. But where to start? There are so many lens options out there, and for a lot of people, they don't even know that you can have different lenses to your prescription. Well, this video has got you covered. I'm going to be taking you through the whole process of speccing a lens, from the material to the coating and everything in between. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And as I always say, the lenses are the most crucial part of your glasses. We're going to start with lens materials. Then we're going to move on to lens designs. Thirdly, we're going to look at lens treatments, and finally, it's going to be lens coatings. And each of those 4 elements are almost equally important, so it's really crucial that you get them right. So starting with lens material, I'm not going to go too much in depth with this, but the lens material can have a variety of different properties. It can affect the durability of your lenses, it can affect the thinness of them, of course, and it can affect the optical clarity, as well as the weight. And I did make a whole video about lens materials, which you can click up here somewhere, but to put it quite simply, you have plastic lenses, which are probably the most common, and those vary in terms of refractive index, as it's called. The higher the refractive index, the thinner the lens gets. You have glass lenses, which provide the very best optical clarity, the maximum amount of thinness, but come at a cost, which is extra weight. And then you have safety materials, such as polycarbonate and Trivex, which are the most durable and the lightest weight. And you can think of the lens material as really the starting point of this process. That's going to be the lump of, let's say, plastic or glass from which your lens is crafted. So it is an important decision, but it isn't the be-all and end-all of the whole process, because a lot is going to be done to that lens from that early stage. Having said that, just like with any recipe, you have to start with good ingredients. And for example, you can never make a polycarbonate lens into a really high quality lens. But on the flip side, you can't do a lot with glass. And that's why plastic remains the most popular type of lens material, because most of the treatments we're going to talk about as we go through this video are only selectable with plastic. And that leads us on to lens design. So lens design is the technology that is used to craft your prescription lens from that lump of material. And a lot of people think that a lens is a lens, in the sense that if you have a lens made to your prescription, that represents the best sharpness of vision that you can get. Actually, that is completely wrong, and that is probably the biggest misconception about glasses, is that if you have 2 pairs of glasses made to your prescription, you'll see the same through each of them. The lens design is the single biggest contributor to your vision as you look through them. So what do we mean by lens design? Well, just as over the years, for example, the camera in your smartphone has improved, the same is true with spectacle lenses. Some spectacle lenses, simply put, give you a better standard of vision, whether that's more natural vision, sharper vision, wider peripheral vision, improved vision on digital screens, enhanced night vision. These are all elements that can be achieved with the right lens design. Now, there are some people way more technically minded, way smarter than me, who research and develop lens design ideas. And the process is that after the design team have come up with a concept for a new lens type, they'll actually go through wearer trials, which you can think of very much like drug trials. Just as pharmaceutical companies will test their new products on patients before they're allowed to say that it has a benefit, the same is true with lens designs. They go through wearer trials where, say, 100 or 1,000 people will try out a lens type, and they'll report back whether they found they had improved vision. These are usually double-blind studies, although you do have to be careful, because a lot of lens brands will bring out new technologies that aren't really scientifically proven, making quite bold claims that they can't really back up. But in the case of companies like Zeiss, for example, who are first and foremost a research company, they publish white papers on all of their scientific research. And they will show that, say, 9 out of 10 people found that they got improved vision on digital screens with, for example, smart life technology. Now, the interesting thing with that is that not 100% of people ever prefer a lens type. And that's the ambiguous element in what we do, because we can recommend what we think might be right for someone and might give them the best vision possible. But you can never say in 100% of cases that that will prove to be true. And because the brain plays such a huge role in the psychology of vision. There's always that intangible element to it. But we can say by and large that lens designs have improved over the years, and the more advanced lenses that you get, the better they will be. And most importantly, the better vision that you will have. And as some examples of the weird and wonderful lens designs that are out there, you have Hoya En Route Pro, which is designed for driving in low light and nighttime specifically. You have technologies like Zeiss Energize Me, which is designed specifically for contact lens wearers, so that when you take your contact lenses out, put your glasses on, you have a very immediate switch from the two. And it also helps to refresh your eyes in between contact lens wear. And you have technologies like Nikon Myopsy, which are designed specifically for short-sighted people. There are a plethora of different lens designs out there, and it's all about matching the right one to your eyes. And that's where having expert guidance from someone like myself really comes into play, because there's no way that you're going to know every lens design that's out there, but it's our job to do just that. Now, once you've selected the right lens design, you then have the lens treatments, and they can come in many different shapes and sizes and colors. The lens treatment is a part of the process that is very often skipped over, and quite simply that's because most optical stores don't really offer lens treatments at all. They might offer basic tints, but there are a huge amount of different lens tints that you can choose from, and other treatments as well. I've picked out a couple of unique lens colors because I know you guys love that and I want to keep you entertained. So here are a couple that you definitely won't have seen before. This is called Green Pea, which has kind of like an acidy yellow-green hue to it, and I love that. And here we have a green gradient violet tint. So this is a bi-gradient tint that varies from kind of a purplish hue at the top to green at the bottom. But lens colors and tints are just the start of what we mean by treatments. You can also have things like polarization built into your lenses, and this will reduce glare from reflective surfaces like the road or the sea. You can have treatments like honeycomb or vista mesh, which are designed to reduce light from the ambient surroundings, where things that are directly in front of you are more focused and things in the periphery are reduced. For example, bright flickering lights. So a treatment is usually either a dye that's absorbed into the lens or a film that's applied to the surface of the lens. And it's a way that you can really take your vision up a level, really enhance it further than ever before, and sometimes enhance it more than natural. That's what cool tints do, like the one that I'm wearing myself. I love wearing tints because they do enhance your view of the world. It's quite simple. And in certain specific situations, technology that I mentioned like vista mesh or polarization can really dramatically change how you see as well. Probably the most popular type of lens treatment is photochromic. And on that subject, I've got some exciting lenses to show you as well. So sometimes you can combine 2 or more different treatments into one lens, and this is an example of that. So this is a green gradient tint added on top of a brown transitions lens. And the result is that you get this kind of greenish brown or brownish green color as the lens is exposed to UV light. So this is a tinted lens you can wear indoors that acts as a sunglass when you're outdoors. And photochromic treatments are getting better than ever. For example, Zeiss Photofusion X is the fastest ever at 90 seconds to go dark, 90 seconds to go clear. It's absolutely insanely quick. And you're getting more weird and wonderful photochromics like the pink Rio Dynamica that you see here. This activates, again, very quickly to a pink color at around a 60% tint. So it doesn't go too dark. A lot of people are looking nowadays for photochromic lenses that activate but don't turn to a full sunglass, and this is a perfect example of one of those. This has a really nice pink glow to it, and pink or purple tints are actually some of the nicest to look through. And just to finish off on the subject of treatments, this is a blue gradient tint combined with a green transitions. So you get this kind of teal color as the two combine. And that's how this looks against the eyes. So treatments are a way to really make your glasses super unique, whether that's photochromic technology, a tint, or something even more exotic. And the final finishing touch to your lenses is always the coating. Now the coating is really important for a variety of reasons. Number one, it's the part that provides the scratch resistance to your lenses. But modern day coatings can do so much more. They can add oleophobic layers, which means resistant to oil and grease. They can add anti-static layers. They can add hydrophobic layers so your glasses don't get so wet in the rain and the water droplets don't stick to the surface. And you can add mirrored or flash coatings, and that's where, for me, coatings are at their very best. For example, I'm wearing a jade flash coating in my glasses. I love the kind of mysterious aura that it provides around my eyes, and that's what a lens like this can do for you. So this is, for example, a gradient blue tint. It's actually a bi-gradient with brown at the bottom that's finished with a sapphire flash coating. So you have that bluish reflection off the lens surface. And this is how that looks against the eyes. This is kind of a hybrid lens in between a tinted pair of glasses and a full sunglass. It's kind of in between, so it's quite versatile because of that. Now, a flash coating doesn't have to go on a dark lens, and we often produce flash coatings on really light coloured lenses, and they can look fabulous in the right combination. But if you want the very best sun protection in particular, that's where mirrored coatings come in. And this is a lilac mirror, super rare, and a rose gold mirror, also super rare. These are probably the two rarest mirror coatings that you can find. Paired with the right frame, they can look incredible. So the coating is really that final step, that finishing touch that seals the lens, provides the protection, makes them easy to live with, and in some cases provides that beautiful finishing touch. And that's it. That's the step-by-step guide on how to spec your prescription lenses. I hope it all made sense, but if you have any questions, please leave those in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more of the best eyewear content on the internet, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye-bye.